What's going on, golf addicts? Welcome to TJ After Dark, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. We are the Tour Junkies, DB and Pat, breaking down the PGA Tour action this week. The Arnold Palmer Invitational from Orlando, Florida at Bay Hill. It's another elevated event. The field is stacked. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. The weather looks very suspect. Now, we are recording this late on a Monday night. And, I don't know. Like, the weather looks iffy. There could be a tee time wave advantage for Thursday and Friday. So you're going to want to pay attention to things there before we get too caught up in any of these picks. But we're coming off a winner. Pat hits Chris Kirk at the Honda at 35-1 just last week. Excited about that. Let's get it rolling here, Pat. At the top,
yes.
It's Rahm, it's Scheffler, it's Rory. And it's hard to imagine it's anybody else. There's a 34% chance implied odds gives that one of those three is going to win. And me and you both hate taking short numbers. But for me, I think, Rory does have the record here at Bay Hill. But I'm still going Rahm. I still am going John Rahm at plus 650. But I'm gonna parlay him with something. Somebody in our Discord server told me I should parlay him with John Jones money line. I guess he's. Is he like coming back to the UFC? Wasn't he a UFC guy?
I don't believe that you need to be asking me in a UFC.
John Bones Jones. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna pair him with something to get him up at least juiced up over 10-12-1. I also consider putting him as alongside Bryce Garnett to finish top 20 at another golf tournament going on at the Puerto Rico Open. That gets me to about 21-1. So I'm going John Rahm and that plus Max Homa at 22-1 on DK Sportsbook. I love me some Max Homa this week, as I do really every week. And John Rahm took the victory out of Max took that from me at the Genesis a couple weeks ago, and maybe we can get revenge. Who you got?
You
here?
might be able to. I mean, I'm a big fan of Max. Max, just playing fantastic right now. Has a good history here as well. I think if you're going to take one of these top guys, if you just want to sweeten the odds a little bit, you definitely got to parlay it a little bit. Rory to me is the one that I'm going with, though. He's plus 900 on DK. I think that of the favorites, he is the one I want to go with. And maybe I'll pair him with an XFL game, DB, because we've got the XFL going on right now. So maybe that's what I'll do, like the Houston Roughnecks or whatever the hell they're called. I don't even know. Yeah. I'm going to pair him up with somebody in that realm, and then maybe I get the odds to like 15-1 or 18-1 or something like that. But I do like Rory at plus 900. And then Will Zalatoris at 20-1. Willie Z's just a big-time gamer. He comes to play in these, whether it's a major or an elevated event or whatever you want to call it, Willie Z always comes to play. I don't care about how his putter looks. Everybody loves to make fun of his putter and everything else and how he putts, and he does all this stuff. I don't care. I still think at 20-1, he can win, and he has a good history here also. So those are my two like short end guys that I really love.
All right, working down the board, I'm going to go with past champion here at Bay Hill, Tyrrell Hatton, which I know you. I think you like Tyrrell Hatton as well.
I do.
He's at 35-1, coming off a couple good finishes here of late. 6th place at the Waste Management. Finished runner-up at Bay Hill also last year. Could have had another victory here at Bay Hill. So obviously the vibes are high for Tyrrell Hatton. I like that. And then we both also like Keith Mitchell at 50-1 on DK Sportsbook. We've been waiting a while for Keith to get that second PGA Tour victory. The first one coming a few years ago at the Honda, similar golf course. But, I mean, he just feels like he's leveled up the game a little bit. He's been playing really, really well. He's got all the skill set needed. He's got a T5 and a T6 here at Bay Hill from a few years ago. So I think Keith Mitchell is the next one that I like.
Yeah, big fan of Keith Mitchell. I'm with you there. The next one for me, I feel like there's always a guy that, like, during the season, we get a number on him that we may never see again, or we may, we think it's kind of just a little bit too long for the year. We've seen that before on a guy like Jordan Spieth. But for me, it's Hideki this week. Hideki is 60-1. if you compare that to like the Masters where he's somewhere around like 30-1 or 35-1, there's a big differential there. I don't think you're going to see a number like 60-1 on Hideki for too long unless he goes to live or something like that. I don't know. But Hideki at 60-1, I like a lot. This is a tournament that he should play well at. I'm a little bit worried about the wind. So if he gets a bad weather wave, I could like throw that out the window because I feel like he's not going to be as good in the wind. But if you get Hideki on a good weather wave, I love it. And I think you're going to really get an advantage over the field at 60-1. So Hideki is one right there in the middle there. And then you got to love, like if we talking bad weather, okay, or, a guy that's just running hot lately and I think is going to win at any time based off of his form, and that's Ricky Fowler. He's at 75-1. Really good number here for him on DK. He plays well and whatever the weather conditions are. So I like Ricky Fowler there at 75-1. He's another one.
Love Ricky. That's a bomb. A lot of agreement here. The last one I'm going to give you is at 65-1. I think it's similar to Hideki. It's Shane Lowry. And you're getting that bad number because of his bad record at Bay Hill. But, I mean, I kind of think record be damned this week at Bay Hill because his form is great. He's had a great couple of weeks. And I don't understand. I really don't know why it's bad here. I don't think it makes a lot of sense, honestly. But I think for the class of players Shane Lowry is, major champion winner, multiple winner on the PGA Tour, 65 is just too good of a number. So I'm going to take that with Shane Lowry. Let's talk top 20s, Pat, because you and I were not really big fans of a lot of like triple-digit bombs this week, given the field strength. It's tough. I mean, Bay Hill has produced a lot of short to mid-range winners already, and now the field is even stronger than ever. So let's talk top 20s. A couple of locks, I guess I'll call it, for top 20s. Max Homa, who I already mentioned at plus 105. He's the first one at a plus number that I like grabbing on DK Sportsbook plus 105. And then Tyrrell Hatton plus 150. Those are like the first two off the board for me that I'm interested in.
Yeah, big fan of Tyrrell Hatton also. I'll say outside of Max Homa, a guy that's plus money that's right on the verge there is Jason Day, plus 115. He is a guy that's won this golf tournament before. He's been playing absolutely fantastic, so I like him at plus 115. And then Keith Mitchell. We talked about him as an outright plus 190. You're getting plus 190 on him to finish in the top 20. I like that also.
Couple more for me. So you mentioned Fowler. He's plus 250. That's a nice one. Chris Kirk at plus 230. Coming off the victory. Great record here at Bay Hill. This is a good spot for him as well. And I mean, maybe you don't want to bet him outright to win because this field is incredibly different than last week when he won at the Honda, but I don't think a top 20 is out of the question considering his ability here around Bay Hill and his record and the vibes he's riding. So I think plus 230, Chris Kirk is another interesting one. Any more?
I got one more, DB, and it's because I was about to talk to him about as an outright winner at 90-1, and again, I can even talk.
Can you talk?
Can I get these words out of my mouth? Gary Wood, maybe that's what it is.
Oh no,
Gary Woodland.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. It's Gary Woodland at 90-1, but I'm not going to take him at 90-1 as an outright. But plus 300 as a top 20. Gary's coming along, DB. He's coming along. It's about time to kind of get on the Woodland train.
Oh, I just don't know if that's the train I want to be on right now. But I'll let you have that one. That's it for us. DK Sportsbook page. Like, subscribe, comment. This has been TJ After Dark. Let's make DK pay. See you.
Out.